Now, this horrific case comes out of Wellford, South Carolina. I previously did a short video on this, but I wanted to get into a little bit more detail. Moving forward, I'll release shorts on breaking news, and then I'll release a video or do a live. If it's during court or whatever the case may be, I might do a live video, so I hope you all join. But getting back to this out of Wellford, South Carolina, these horrendous monsters up here are the family of an 8-year-old girl. Now, police in South Carolina arrested 4 adults on child abuse charges after a doctor said a young girl's injuries met the criteria for a medical diagnosis of child torture. The Spartanburg Sheriff's Office said deputies in the Department of Social Services responded to a home on September 2nd with a detailed child abuse allegation that the agency received from an anonymous source. When they arrived, deputies said they were told by a caseworker that DSS had come to the home several times to investigate, but the 4 adults at the home had hidden the victim, an 8-year-old girl. This right here is a red flag for me. If there's an allegation out there and it's been filed with DSS and you got a caseworker coming, why would they just give up? They obviously knew they were hiding the victim. You keep going there or get law enforcement involved, whatever the case may be. That little child should be everybody's top priority. Family, social workers, DSS, everybody's. Now, authorities said 4 children of different ages were found in the home, but this little 8-year-old girl was the only one that had noticeable limp and temporary tattoos covering visible bruises the girl had on both of her legs. The 4 adults pictured above were identified as 25-year-old Ian Tatro, 24-year-old Tenika Draper, 47-year-old Trina Ray Draper, and 28-year-old Ryan Dozell. And WHNS reports the suspects had recently moved to South Carolina from Vermont. Authorities said Tenika Draper admitting to putting makeup on the victim's legs and temporary tattoos, to cover up the bruising once DSS started coming to the house. During a bond hearing on Friday, the solicitor's office said multiple suspects made the girl eat cat feces and cat food. The child had scars on her knees from kneeling in a crate and was beaten with boards, cords, and a frying pan, according to the sheriff's office. The solicitor's office said Tatro gave the girl laxatives and made her wear a pull-up. She wasn't even allowed to use the bathroom in the house. She's 8 years old. He reportedly told the child he wished he could unalive her and get away with it. A spokesperson for the solicitor's office said the victim told investigators when she was rescued, the 8-year-old little girl, "This is the best day of my life." Isn't that just heartbreaking? The best day of her life is being rescued from the worst situation ever, when she should be having the best day of her life every day, being with family and playing at the playground and playing with friends. And this is just simply unbelievable to me. I can't even fathom it. I have 2 little girls, and I can't even fathom this situation. The sheriff's office said all 4 children were placed into emergency protective custody with DSS, which I don't have much faith in them. After all, they're the ones that went to the house in the first place, knew that they were hiding the little girl, and I guess they just stopped going? I don't know. Now, she was taken to the hospital and admitted due to the extent of her bruising and blood loss concerns. She spent 2 days in the hospital after she was removed from the home. Deputies said medical personnel and one of the investigators spoke with the victim at the hospital where more detailed information was learned. It was also discovered, after the evaluation of a forensic doctor, that the 8-year-old girl met the criteria for a medical diagnosis of child torture. A search warrant was executed at the house that led to the discovery of more evidence that further corroborated the victim's disclosure. Officials said Tatro is charged with 13 counts of unlawful child neglect and 2 counts of obstruction. His bond was set at $90,000. Tenika Draper is charged with 11 counts of unlawful neglect of a child and 3 counts of obstruction. Her bond was set at $98,000. Trina Ray Draper is charged with 5 counts of cruelty to children, 3 counts of obstruction, and 1 count of assault and battery. Her bond was set at $23,000. Dozitel is charged with 3 counts of cruelty to children, 3 counts of assault and battery, and 2 counts of obstruction. His bond was set at $24,000. This doesn't even make sense to me. I feel like it should be written in the law that certain crimes you do not get bond. You're not eligible for bond. And this is one of them. You look at the two lower cases where the one got a bond for 23,000, one got a bond for 24,000. With a bail bondsman, they pay 10%, so 2,300 and 2,400 respectively will get them out of jail, out free, walking the streets. They're obviously a threat to the community. I mean, if they're going to be a threat to their own family, why wouldn't they be to the rest of the community? Something needs to be changed in our system because this is unacceptable. There's certain crimes I don't think that should have any bond, and this kind of situation's one of them. Now, during the bond hearings on Friday, the judge said none of the suspects can return to the home where the abuse occurred or have any contact with the children. They were all placed on GPS monitoring and will be on home detention if they bond out of jail. Guys, it's a devastating case. I'm going to continue to follow it. I feel so bad for the little girl, 8 years old. The rest of her life she's going to be living this trauma. Probably no amount of counseling is going to help. It might help, but it's not going to alleviate or make her past disappear. Her saying that this is the best day of her life when authorities took her out of that home speaks volumes. So please stay tuned, like, share, and comment on your thoughts below, and I'll be following this case throughout.